Hello, and welcome to Let Me Explain podcast with your host, Ronnie Johnson. Today, Ronnie and his two special guests will be taking a closer look at a unique podcast produced by Cats Records, called Podcast 2545, Episode 1. What is Podcast 2545 all about? Why would a music platform include PSAs, or public service announcements, in its programming? Who are the people behind this innovative podcast, and what can listeners expect from each episode? Those are just some of the questions we'll explore today. So sit back, relax, and join us as we take a closer look at the music, the stories, the artists, and the people who help make Cats Records special. And now, let's hear what Ronnie Johnson has to say about it. I'm Carl Smith, your narrator, and I hope you enjoy this episode of Let Me Explain podcast.
Welcome in. This show blends music, conversation, and community messages. To start us off, what kind of energy does the opening create for listeners?
It creates a warm, live show feeling right away. The introduction sounds like an invitation, almost like the host is greeting regular listeners and new people at the same time.
So it is not just an intro for structure, it is also about connection.
Exactly. A strong opening tells the audience what kind of experience they are about to have. Here, it suggests a mix of entertainment, personality, and participation, rather than a rigid, formal program.
And when a show does that well, how does it affect the rest of the episode?
It gives everything else a smoother landing. Whether the show moves into shoutouts, performances, or announcements, listeners already feel oriented and included.
One noticeable part of the transcript is the artist shoutouts. Why are those moments so important in a music-centered show?
Shoutouts do more than name people. They build a scene. They show that the program is connected to real artists, collaborators, and supporters, which makes the show feel alive and rooted in a community.
Does that also change how listeners hear the music?
Yes, because the music stops feeling anonymous. When an artist is acknowledged directly, the audience hears the performance as part of a relationship network, not just as content being played in the background.
What do shoutouts communicate about the host?
They suggest generosity and awareness. The host is not positioning the show as a solo spotlight, but as a platform that shares attention. That can strengthen trust with both creators and listeners.
So, even a quick mention can carry a lot of meaning?
Definitely. A short acknowledgement can signal respect, gratitude, and belonging, and those are powerful values in any creative space.
The transcript also includes song performances and lyrics. In a spoken and music format, what role do those sections play?
They shift the listener from hearing about the culture to feeling it directly. A performance brings texture, emotion, and rhythm in a way plain commentary cannot.
And when lyrics are part of the show, what should audiences pay attention to?
They should listen for tone as much as literal meaning. Lyrics can express identity, struggle, celebration, or attitude, and the delivery often tells you as much as the words themselves.
Does placing performances between talk segments help the pacing?
Very much. It creates contrast. The spoken parts guide the audience, and the music provides release, immersion, or emphasis. That alternation keeps the program dynamic.
So the songs are not interruptions. They are part of the storytelling.
Right. In a well-built show, the performance segments are central narrative pieces. They carry mood, message, and memory.
Another element in the transcript is the public service messaging. Why include PSAs in a program that is also meant to entertain?
Because entertainment can be a strong delivery channel for useful information. People are already engaged, so messages about health, safety, or community support can land more naturally.
What makes a PSA fit smoothly instead of feeling forced?
Tone and placement matter. If the host presents it with the same authentic voice used throughout the show, it feels like genuine care rather than a sudden interruption.
Can those messages actually strengthen the show's identity?
Yes. They suggest the program is not only about performance, but also about responsibility. That gives the show a broader purpose and can deepen loyalty among listeners.
Toward the end, the transcript includes calls to comment and subscribe. Why are those requests such a common part of modern audio shows?
Because they turn passive listening into active participation. A comment, a subscription, or a follow tells the audience that their role matters beyond just pressing play.
And from the creator side, what do those calls to action accomplish?
They help build continuity. The show is no longer a one-time experience. It becomes an ongoing relationship where listeners return, respond, and help the program grow.
What is the best way to make that kind of invitation sound natural?
By tying it back to the value listeners just received. If the host says, in effect, if this music, conversation, or message connected with you, stay involved, the request feels earned.
So the closing is really doing more than wrapping up.
Exactly. It is extending the show beyond the episode and inviting the audience into the next one.
There you have it, folks. It looks like Ronnie Johnson has cleared it up once again. When you need clarification on something or when you just need someone to explain it, Ronnie Johnson is the man to turn to. And on our next episode, we'll find out what Ronnie Johnson has to say about some of the questions you've been asking. Remember, I'm your narrator, Carl Smith. So, until next time, I'll see you again right here on Let Me Explain. Take care, everybody, and keep those questions coming.